All right. Good morning to all. I'm going to get the recording going right away here. We're right on time. Good morning, everyone. My name is George Kosch. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Worldprofit. Celebrating over 26 years online, and my president is Sandy Hunter, and she's with us here in chat, joining us. Good morning to everyone. Today is the 5th of June. We are again on, maybe this is just, I keep saying we're on record pace, but I don't think we are. We're just on normal pace now, which is record pace for the month of June sales. It seems like everybody is interested now in working from home, which is great. Today we're going to be covering all kinds of things. Before I introduce, go to the first slide. We've had 2 or 3 people a week, since we have so many, that say, "Where's the traffic?" Somebody said, you know, where's all this traffic I was promised? And I checked that he, didn't ask for his bonuses, hadn't really started. He was on lesson 2, which, like, lesson 2 says go to lesson 3. He didn't put in his diamond URLs. He had diamond rotator. Didn't put in his traffic lesson. Didn't do anything. But he did do his 50,000 visitors URL. And so I sent him back a note, with some help, and of course. But I wanted the theme of today to be this is Bootcamp, not day camp. Come here to work. Come to Worldprofit to build a business and to see the long-term goal, which is to build a list, learn how business works online, and go through the process of getting started properly. Watch the videos, pay attention to them, and do the videos. Because the bottom line is, when you come to Worldprofit, if you skip all of that and you say, "Where's all my traffic?" I say, well, first of all, where do you want your traffic to go? And of course, he put his home page in for his new website, which is not what you want to send traffic to. So anyways, a little bit about myself. Military background. I was an instructor pilot in the military, flew the jets around and loved doing it for 10 years, got out, and just naturally took to computers. I really enjoyed them way back in 1990. Well, I had my first laptop computer in, it would have been 1991 or 92. Cost a lot of money, but it was worth it. So now I'm a programmer and create all the stuff that you see in the member area, and it's great. But getting back to the most important point, and this is so important, is when you get started in the program, if you haven't done this, you need to go to the training link on the top menu and get started there with that video. Get and stay on lesson 3, and go through the lesson, do the video, do the promotion, get started actually doing the actions, like the stuff that it says to do. Don't just watch the video. Another guy, he says, "George, I've watched the video over and over again, and I'm really ready to get going. And I said, okay, well then you need to do the video, because I checked his ad tracker, nothing there. And I said, I'm glad you're watching the video, but you also want to do it. So remember that. Our assistance is here 7 days a week, 365 days of the year. The reason we can do that is because we work out of home. Everybody does, especially nowadays. So it's really hard to find an excuse that you couldn't crawl to your computer on a Saturday and take an hour and work. So we've been doing this for, we've probably worked mostly out of home for the whole time that we've been in business, and we're really happy about that. So another thing that's really important is use Gmail for your business email, including the email you use with us. It's just too many times. There's no words in the English language to describe just how disappointing it is when a person that's using Yahoo, especially Yahoo, comes to us and just rips into us. I mean, they tear into us and say, I didn't get my renewal notice. I didn't get, instructions for this thing I bought, all of that. And we say, well, you got to stop using Yahoo. Like, are you missing the training? Like, get in and watch the training, get a Gmail account, switch to it. Even your, these emails off Earthlink and things, don't use them. Use them, again, I say this seriously, use it to get your phone bill or whatever. But don't use it for business, because they shut that all down. Okay, Gmail's the only one that's business friendly. You are the direct result of your sponsor following this slide. They did the promotion, and 99 out of 100 of you will not believe it. I know you won't. You'll say, this is crazy. I did the promotion. I sent out, 5 emails, and I did what you told me, and I got 100 clicks on my ad tracker, and it's not working. The reason it's not working is because this requires, it's always a numbers game. You've got to stay with it. You've got to be patient. You always have to keep saying, I got here because I answered an ad that I received through email. Always remember that. You did do that. And it does work. You just have to be patient with it. It can take a week. It could take 2 weeks. But it does work. It's just the more mailings you can do, the better off you are. And always remember this one key point. That 99 out of 100, I'm not making that up. So let's use this right now and think. There are hundreds of safe lists and exchanges out there. These people that join them, they don't get it. They don't. They just post their ads away, post, and they don't have a system in place. They don't have a business platform like you have. Eventually, they will sign up as an associate. You'll see. And then they'll come in and they'll see this and they'll go, whoa, well, I didn't know that. I've just been posting affiliate links for a year, making 20 bucks. I don't have a list. I don't have a business. I don't have a website. Do I need a website? These things will, then they come in and, okay, well, I'll upgrade. So that's usually the process, but it can take time. But if you just stick it out, you have a whole month. And I see Dave Johnson's in here. Yeah, I promoted for just a couple of links for Dave, and I don't know if I made the sale or he did, but it just goes to show that these it does work. Every time I promote for Fast Track, we get Fast Track leads, and it happens. We have all the tools. We have an ad tracker on your top menu just to confirm that you're cloaking and tracking those links, just like it says in that first video, and of course the second video, which is about the safe lists and exchanges. The Live Business Center, as most of you have noticed, is an incredible. Was created about 14 years ago, I think, and it was my idea, completely my idea. I read this book about video, and I thought, I wonder if that will work for us. What would it be like if somebody came in and we were like a store, and there was a person in there in a chat window. So 3 months later, we unveiled this thing and it worked. The people were in there, we had a monitor, and people could ask questions and they could hear the person talking, and it was like going into a store. And what we did was we asked for volunteers to be the first person seen when somebody comes in our member area. And that person would be there to greet them and to assist them and to point them to the presentation videos and things like that. But they would not pitch their thing to them. Oh, I'm in Melaleuca, or I'm in none of that. They would simply be there for Worldprofit. And they would simply, didn't matter who the sponsor was or anything, they would just be there. And they would answer questions, and it worked. It was great. And now we have an extremely strong team of monitors. They're in there. They're members. They don't have any secret training or anything other than how to help people when they come in and point them to the proper places to get the information about our memberships and our advertising. Okay, so they're there for you. That's what I'm really trying to say. Okay, Cool Tools is on the top menu. It's also on that right-hand menu. You'll run into that area. The highlighted software in there is JitBit AutoText, Password Organizer, and I use Postbox to check my email and everything. Okay? All right. So Jerry Watson says, I can't watch the video. How can I read the lesson? All of the lessons are available to you under Bootcamp on the left-hand menu. And since I'm on today's topics, Bootcamp, let's go check out that menu to show Jerry how you get to all of the Bootcamp training lessons in writing. Bootcamp training on the left menu, Bootcamp lesson summary right there. So you can read the lesson, and most lessons come with a video. So if you can do the video, fine. And if you just want to read the lesson, you can read every lesson. One note about my workshop videos is I do post them, and they're on my channel up here on YouTube. So you can see a little YouTube here, and it's also in the message center on the main page. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube, and every video that I put up there is transcribed, meaning every word I say gets written under the transcriptions area, so you can also read everything on there. Okay. But good question. So the whole idea here was, this is more of a just a statement that eventually you're going to figure this out, that the internet is not the gold rush that many people have thought. It's a job, but it's really cool, especially now, because you work at a home. How does it work with income? Well, we don't pay an hourly fee. You don't get $22 an hour and every week you get a paycheck. It don't work that way. It's a home-based business, and it is slow to start, but as you build your list, as you generate associates, you then have a lifetime of money, of possible earnings and referrals. So that's the whole purpose of this and going through the bootcamp lessons. I wanted to do a special focus on a piece of advertising that we offer called the Affiliate Link Blaster, because I like to go over a few things every week. And it's up here. If you're using the modern menu, it's under advertising, called the Affiliate Link Blaster. If you're using the other menu, it's called Affiliate Link Blaster. It's up on that menu. The way that this works out, and this is a really neat thing. I'm going to just go into my drawing board here. I have a new drawing tablet over here, but I keep forgetting to learn how to use it better. But Worldprofit has 18 traffic sites. You know, like Traffic Center, the different ones here. I'll just give you, let me see, traffic injections here. I'll just go over here, this menu, and then I'll pop it up in a new, well, actually, it's right here. I might as well just show you here. So we own all these sites. Okay, Dragon Safe List, Safe List Extreme, Moneymaker Safe List. And all of them send email out. Right? So everybody is constantly getting Safe List email and everything. And just to go over it, what an email looks like from a Safe List or an exchange is very simple. You get the name of the site here. Let's call this Safe List Extreme, so SE. And it'll always say, you know, this is Safe List Extreme. And it will put a little sort of I'm going to call it like this is like a sponsor ad box. And there's usually a title, 1 or 2 line title, and then there's a link that you click on. So this is like an ad. Okay. And then there's the message from the person sending the email to the Safe List. And then there's usually a click down here, a link that you can click for, say, 100 credits. You know, if you click on it, you get 100 credits. And those are to be used for the person to sent a message out. But this ad up here goes out, say that the person is sending a message to 5,000 people. Well, that means that this ad will go out to 5,000 people. And it will go out randomly because it's in a, it's mixed in with all of the other people in the ad co-op, right? If you purchase an affiliate link blaster, your ad will go out at random. But it'll also go out if, say there was 2 ads running, ad 1 and 2, just make it simple. And this guy had 100 or 1,000, it went out to 1,000 people, and this one went out to 1. Well, then this will go out next. And if the third ad was, say, 10, that kind of a thing. So it's gonna favor this one first and this one until they all are about even, which is really cool. So if you get into the ad co-op, your ad goes out. Well, people look up here first. It's a sponsor ad, and you become the sponsor in all of these sites for an entire year. So you go to the URL ad manager after you make your purchase, and you can enter your URL. Now, my ads have expired. However, you can edit and change your ad anytime you want for the whole year. To give you an idea of the exposures, so this number here, 4 million exposures, is the equivalent of adding these 5,000s up that go out through the year. Now, the number is going to be enormously large. And it will generate clicks over that period of time. This one generated 1,200 clicks. Roughly speaking, you're looking at about 20 to 30 cents per click. So if you take out your handy calculator here and you say, okay, let's just say it's 30 cents. So 30 cents times 1,200. Let's just say that. So you're looking at a value of over $300. So that's the whole idea here, is you're getting your value, and you can change the ad all the time. Okay, so that's a really neat thing to see. Okay, this ad tracker comes with it, so you don't need to do any special tracking unless you want to track the URL and cloak it. But this will tell you the click tracker, like where the ads are running. And then this will give you your ad run stats, meaning like when was it posted. Of course, you can see mine ended, right, in April. So it went out to 4,000 subscribers on this date to Safe List Extreme. So again, getting back here, this would be like, this is Safe List Extreme. It was sent on that date to 4,000 people. Okay, so you got all those impressions. And it was sent to Moneymaker Safe List. So you can see every single day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sends. A couple of doubles here, which is kind of nice. Okay, so it's just a lot of hits. You can see the live stats at any time you want. These are enormous stats. They're, insanely huge. Like, look at this, 2 billion, 45 million impressions. Big numbers, right? This is 683,000 for me, for my campaign that I ran. Okay, or sorry, for the campaigns. This is just for all stats. Are there any questions about that? Gary says, the free associates and exclusives I got when signing up, I should be chasing them up, or are the monitors doing that? Good question, Gary. The leads and associates, I would leave the associates alone. As far as your exclusive leads, you would want to go here under where it says buy leads. That's the easiest way to get to it. And watch this video right here. That'll teach you about different options for converting those leads, what the leads are, where they're from. It'll give you more details on that. Okay. As far as the associates go, give yourself 6 months learning the process, learning how the system works, going to the workshops. Then you can start call looping, phoning them if you want. And this is, associates. and following up with other affiliate programs you might be in, that kind of a thing. Okay, but leave that until you get into the program a bit more. And if you're not sure what I'm saying, I would come into these workshops and keep sticking it out and keep asking me, and I'll keep helping you out. Okay? All right. You can purchase the Affiliate Link Blaster if you want. It's best used for your affiliate programs that you're in. It can be used for product promotion that you're having or anything like that. You can also, in the Affiliate Link Blaster, promote it using Promote and Earn right here. You can go in, and here's an ad that you can cloak it for tracking purposes, and it will send people to a landing page. When they go to this landing page, though, this is the neat thing, is when they sign up, they become an associate under you. So you're generating an associate. And I've been asked this a couple of times, so I want to clarify. When somebody signs up, okay, so if I just refresh this so I clear it. When somebody signs up as an associate, okay, they go on the Worldprofit Associate List, so-called WA, Worldprofit Associate List. Okay, they become a member just like you did. They are exposed to the member area and all of the products and services, including the Live Business Center. So when they fill out a form about the Affiliate Link Blaster, or any of the PLR products in the vault, or a free classified ad, or anything in the goodie bag, or any ebook, or they are exposed to the entire member area where the Live Business Center is there too. They also receive a message from us, a welcome letter saying, here's a video tour of the member area and how you get everything, our Live Business Center, whatever. So in other words, we feed them so much focused information on the fact that that member area has everything in it. Okay, so you don't have to, some people are like, well, I want to promote the PLR product vault. Okay, well, there's a landing page for that. But you see, you don't directly promote anything when they enter the member area because they can get to everything. Okay, so the member area here has it all. But there are landing pages that do focus on certain products and services that we have, which is great because it gets them in there. Once they're in there, we have them so that we can help them with any questions or issues that they have, what they're looking for or anything. And believe me, they all use a Live Business Center. It's a fantastic system. Okay, so that's how that works. Now, this Cloak mask track, every time you see the word Cloak, it's the same as mask, it's the same as track. You're setting it up to do all of that. The reason that you do this, the most important reason, is that the link becomes your link. So when you're posting it, if you post this link, that's going to affiliatelinkblaster.com. I would rather do this. Click on mask. Now do you see how this is going to my website, georgekosch.com? Because if I post this on a classified ad site, if I post it to a blog, if I post it anywhere, it will sit on the internet and always point back to my site. Does that make sense? You can control these links in the cloaking area, which is under Website Management, Cloak URLs, or on the other menu it just says Cloak URLs, and you can see them all in here. So if I, that one's probably called Affiliate Link Blaster, so I could just type affiliate and see what I find. It's probably going to be down here somewhere. Okay, and you can keep looking for it. Okay. You can also look it up with the end part or anything like that, just so that you can modify it if you want. Right. The tracking part is found up here under tracking, ad tracker. And again, on the other menu, it's just called ad tracker. All right, and you can see when somebody clicks on a link, it will track them. So if I go in and I was to click on that link, it would track it. So it works out pretty good. It'll tell you, in many cases, it'll tell you where the click came from, but not all cases, because remember, the internet has changed a lot. There's a lot of security. There's privacy protection. You can go into your browser now up here with these three little dots, and you can say incognito window. Just turns off a lot of the tracking, which is fine. But every time an IP clicks on it, you will know that somebody clicked on it. My secret is if you're going to send out a promotion, you can always cloak a link and give it a name for the site that you're sending it out at. So that way you know any links to that tracked URL are coming from a specific site, right? So if not sure if there's a clear the board up here. I don't think there is. Maybe? No, I just hit refresh. That way it clears the board. So when you have a link like a www joe.com, and you mask it, or you cloak it, or you set it up for tracking, it becomes, let's just say, georgekosch.com. I'll just pretend I'm writing this. And then there's a thing, and it says RD equals redirect equals whatever XYZ. Okay, so this one now, when somebody clicks on it, it will track it, and it will give you that, and it'll give you a backlink to that, and all that good stuff. Okay. Did you know that you all get traffic injections every month? Okay. So, and who's the guy? That's me. That's me. It's hard to see. That was taken and turned into like a cartoony type background and everything by one of our designers years ago. So anyways, traffic injections are part of getting to reading lesson 3, because you get your bonuses there, right? You get your bonuses on lesson 3. So what happens is you will go to your traffic injections area, because you get upgraded in these many sites, and you click on traffic injections here, and you should come back to this page and fill these out with your usernames. And if you're a silver member, you receive traffic injections every month. Now you need to do this. You need to press the button right here that shows up when your month is ready, and it'll tell you the next one. So every month you come in here, you can use a reminder system if you want, or write it down on paper and say, I get my traffic injection, my next one is on such and such a date. Okay. Now there's tons of videos in here. There's a help video to help you. You should be signed up into these. You don't have to fill them all out. Platinum VIP members get an injection in all 18, including solo ads, credits, everything, because we are about traffic. And that's why that poor guy that said, give me my traffic, I want my traffic, is like, okay, but you really should understand the system. And it's not DAYCAMP. You're not going to learn it in a day or a week. It's going to take time to go through this stuff, but you're going to have a traffic machine. Okay? And everybody forgets. It's fine. That's why you come to the workshops, and that's why I like people to watch my workshops. The easiest way to sign up for all of these, if you haven't, is to go here, multi-commissions area, which I created several months ago, that kind of gives you a bird's eye view of everything. First thing you want to do when you come here is watch the video. Read the instructions, which you can see here. And if you have a Traffic Center account, you can activate it in here by just putting in your email address that is in Traffic Center. And the system will find your account and it will email you a confirmation link. That's how simple it is. So if you say, well, George, I already have an account in Viral Ad Land, Great. Go in here and you just put your email address in and it will send you a link. You click the link and you're all set. Okay? These are great because when you click on them, they give you the details of your account. You can change your password in many cases, and some of them log in. You can change your password in Traffic Center. For the safe list, you can do it right in here, that kind of thing. Your associates that you sign up also have access to this, but they don't get what you get. They can just sign up into the sites. But here's the neat part. They all get an upgrade link. And if they upgrade, it goes in your commission report up here. So that's why we call it multi-commission system. Okay, so I urge you so much though to watch the help video. It's very detailed. It's a big system, but there's a lot of money here because people are ordering upgrades in all of these sites all the time. And if they sign up as an associate under you and they upgrade, you get the commission in your commission report. Okay, and all commissions are put up into your commissions area. Right? So it really is kind of neat. The autoresponder, I like to go over this, a couple of times. The autoresponder is a separate system. It's a system that was designed by actually you folks 20 years ago that came and said, what is going on with Worldprofit? Why is it all about Worldprofit? Why don't you guys have like an Aweber type thing? Now Aweber didn't exist, but they kind of said autoresponder. Why don't you guys have an autoresponder? And at the time, the bill for creating such a thing was quite high. So we started working on it, 20 years ago, and made a decision that it would be completely independent of Worldprofit. Because members came to us and said, I want a way to run my MLM business. And I want to have my own list, and I want to have my own autoresponder, and I don't want it to be involved with Worldprofit. I want it to be on my site. That's the autoresponder. So you can create your own sequences, you can sell products, you do whatever you want with it. However, we have tied it in to our landing page builder. And that is simply awesome. You can use, once you've created your first autoresponder and sequence, you can go in here and you have many options to create opt-in forms. And that's where I found that companies like GetResponse and Aweber, they have too much stuff. It's too difficult to use these things. And when you put in a support ticket, they generally don't offer you any help for about a week because they're busy. Oh, we're busy, we're busy, we're busy. The excuse du jour is always, there's you phone, right? We have more call volume than we're used to. You've heard that, right? We're unusually high call volume. Don't you feel like saying to them, why don't you hire more people? Why don't you get more phones? It gets tired, doesn't it? When you fill out a support ticket at Worldprofit, we get back to you pretty quick. I know we do, because we work from home. So we're here to help you. But anyways, bottom line is the autoresponder can be used for a ton of different things. Okay, so that will be leading into the Platinum VIP membership, which I'll talk about. Okay, and no, absolutely not. Dave, let me tell you the strategy that you want to do there. We can't do that. That violates some pretty strict laws called CAN spam. You can't do that. And you'll find though, if you are in another company and you go to Aweber and you try to import, they'll deny it. Even though they go, oh, you can import, of course you can. You can have cherry pie. We're going to deliver you cherry pie. Did you pay yet? Yeah, we did. Okay, so I got my Aweber account, and there's and I import. Denied. What? Too many bounces, too many this, excuse excuse. We had somebody have that happen just this week. I think it was anyways, a member said, yeah, I tried to do that and they just denied it. How about you? And I said, we will deny it. But let me give you a strategy. You have your Aweber account. So this is your Aweber. Send a message to your list in Aweber. Okay, send to whatever, and tell them, here's a link to sign up for my new autoresponder. That way the people that are worth anything will do that. Exactly, Dave. That's what you want to do. And I get people that have purchased I purchased the quintuple opt-in list. George, it's good. It's a solid list. I got it from this guy. And I go, okay, well, go to the guy and say that you want to mail the list. See what they tell you. If they're quintuple super duper opt-ins, right? They always, they're just so good. And you go, can I send this using your, no, we don't even have a mail server. Oh, how'd you get that list? It's a triple opt-in, You know? No, it isn't. It's just a bunch of people on. It's just some list. You sold me a rubbish list. That's what they did. So earn the list. Learn to build the list properly. It's not worth. So I bought a list. It's an opt-in list. Yeah, sure it is. So build your list properly. Okay, and if you have an Aweber or GetResponse, you want to transfer them over. Upgrade your account, set your autoresponder up first, get everything all in a row, make sure that you've created your landing page that will, send people to it. Make sure that your landing page tells them. You could even create a separate landing page for your AOL people. You could have 5 landing pages all going in the same sequence. You know that, right? So you can have one that's catered to your Aweber and say, Aweber, I'm changing to this new one, whatever. Here's a gift. Here's a PLR product from the vault. And give it to them if they sign up. You can do all of that with the autoresponder. Okay? And that's what I tell everybody to do. I want to talk to you about new associate sources. Oftentimes, I'm asked, how do I get new associates? Of course, I send them back to the first video, the usual ramble. And then I'll say, well, if you're doing that, great. Here's how you can expand into new traffic sources. Okay, so you go in the member area here, you click on Add Examples, and this will give you some associate sources here. Now, I don't know anything about most of these sites. Okay? I don't know much about all these sites. But these are sites that are generating associate signups from our members, our silver and platinum members. So you can go in here and you can just click on, you can right click on it and say go and see what it looks like. Okay, so obviously that's somebody's website that they're directing there, so that's not going to help you, right? But maybe this one is HUR, so you just go to the site and maybe just right click and say go to the site. So you can investigate these different sites. So this might be a really good advertising source, right? It works. Somebody signed up from it. I leave this to you. This is just a way to expand your business. Our members don't mind this. We're about helping each other, right? So, yeah, so Earl says, I tried to sign up with HitSaver. Yeah, you can sign up as an affiliate first, like a dealer. Go for it. Absolutely. They'll approve you right away. Don says, how many can be loaded into an autoresponder? There is no limit, and there's no extra charges. Jessica says, a little different than what you're talking about, but I was wondering with affiliate links, because they're so long and ugly, and click on them because of that, they look like spam. What is the best way to cloak and make them shorter to look nicer? That's where you just go. You go right up here to the to your cloak area. Cloak your links. under website management, Cloak URLs, and you put that big ugly URL up in here. This is an ugly URL, you know, whatever the URL is. Give it a name and cloak it, and then you're set. It'll be under your domain name. And at any time, you can change it. Change anything you want about it. That way you don't lose any links or clicks going to it. This video right here will help you out. It's pretty good. Yeah, you cloak them all. I'm going to add the cloak to this right menu too. Matter of fact, I'll write that down. I use that advanced menu for everything, so I don't use top menu even. I just use that thing. There, that'll remind me. Yeah, I live on it, Jessica. So, you know, I don't put, well, there's a lot of stuff in here, but this just helps me. I just like one menu with everything in it. I'll tell you my accounting system, since we have a minute here to tell you. When we started our business, I had a lot of bills to pay and a lot of stuff, a lot of paperwork, right? So my accountant, she's really nice. She said, well, you know, you should put it in folders and organize it, and you know, and I thought, that's a lot of work, you know, because there's this bill, that bill, this bill, that bill. If you run a company like Worldprofit, you get a lot of bills. I put it in a pile. I call it my pile system. I put it in, as soon as a bill came in, I paid it and I put it in the pile, one on top of each other. And believe me, I still do it. I could show you the pile, but it's about this big. And I get rid of the bottom chunk every 3 years. Throw it out, you know, get rid of it. You know why it worked? Because I knew the bill was there. I didn't have to look in the folders. Because some bills are weird, right? You're like, what do I put this under? Is this under advertising, website hosting, servers? I don't know. So it's in a pile. And I go through the pile because I know the date. Anyways, that's how I organize. So I like this advanced menu because I just put it all in one line, all alphabetized, thanks to a member who said you should alphabetize it. So anyways, I just like everything in one place, just one pile of links. Anyways, that's my story. So let's continue. Did you know that you can use your commissions to purchase services? You can if you want. And let me tell you how to get paid your commission. So if we owe you money, business builders up here, commissions, or on the advanced menu, how we pay you, go through this. This will help you out. Okay, so we can send you a check if you want. We are a Canadian company, but we have a US bank account. It's, I'll tell you what bank it is. It's we print our checks, but this is, I think it's written on here. No, it's somewhere in, just across the border, Michigan maybe? It's a US bank account. So the check is US funds, okay? So we do send checks out, paper, you know, old-fashioned paper check. Not many people, especially the young people, they don't know, what's a check? PayPal, e-transfer for Canadians, direct bank wire, which is the same as e-transfer. We just will bank wire you the money if you want, if you're in the US, mostly US, but international. And Bitcoin, pay in Bitcoin. We're not going to pay you $1,000 if it's Bitcoin because we just don't have a lot of Bitcoin. But if it's $120 or something, no problem. But I prefer this. If you're in the US, do this. Bank wire is so easy. Canada, you know, e-transfers. I wish I could just e-transfer the money, but bank wire is fine. PayPal is obviously, you know, good too. Any questions about that? Any member questions? Have I missed anybody? Have I missed anybody? Yeah, and Brian Armstrong, good point about link tracking. We have an advanced link tracker too, which is down here, advanced tracker, which again you get for free if you upgrade to platinum. Okay, so you can go into your tracker here. It's very powerful. It's fantastic. It has a nice world map, tells you where your links are coming from. Worldprofit, of course. Okay, I'm not going to go through this because there's a lot of stuff in here, but it's fantastic. It's got bundles, it's got splash, you name it. Everything's in there. Why not upgrade to platinum? You get 40% commission instead of 20. You get the Worldprofit Graphics Studio, which is awesome. It's on the right-hand menu, the advanced menu. You just go down there. See it? Includes the autoresponder. So I remember it was our member was paying $57 a month for her. It was her Aweber account, and I begged her. She's platinum. I said, drop it. Get out of that. You don't need to pay the $57. We have an autoresponder. Use ours. So she did. But imagine that, $57 a month for an autoresponder. That's a lot. So we include it in the platinum. Okay. Clickbank Superstore and Sales Manager. Advanced Ad Tracker. Now here's a little hint for all of you. If you say, what is this Clickbank Superstore? I wish I could just find it. I don't want to look through all this stuff. Go up here. Search. And if you're using the classic menu, I'll switch right now. Search right here. The search engine that we have searches for all of our stuff. It searches the bootcamp lessons. It searches the products. It searches our president, Sandy Hunter, has built a private search engine that's all built into this. Because we see what you folks search for. And if it doesn't come up, we put it in there and we say, here's where this should have gone. Okay. It also searches Worldprofit Tube, our video area. So you want to search in here, you know, if I just say Clickbank, I'm going to get a lot of returns, of course, because we talk about Clickbank a lot. But you see these top search results? You might as well say top search results by Sandy Hunter, President, Worldprofit. She puts these in here. And when you click, you get details. Okay, so you can always search for stuff. Worldprofit Graphics Studio. What is that? Okay, well, let's put it in and see what it is. So there you go. Article, ebook, Graphics Studio. There's the Graphics Studio right there. There's some videos here. Graphics. Isn't that cool? You can find anything you want in there. So, Advanced Ad Tracker, 18 traffic injections, Platinum VIP bonus area, and a quote. You'll get a quote for a 1-year upgrade with all the bells and whistles. Okay? And we'll go from there. That's a good idea, Kevin Brown. That's a good idea. I'll make a note of that. Because I know that you are visually impaired. And that's okay. I'm going to make it so it works. Graphics with alt text. I get it. That can be done. I'll put it on my to-do list. Because I like that one. That's a good idea. I never thought of that, the alt text. Because when you hover over a graphic, doesn't it show you that? I would think it does, doesn't it? We go down here. So we'll go to I'll just go to my graphics gallery here. So yeah, when you hover over something, oh, I can't see the hover. Let me get rid of this here. So if you go, yeah, you can do it, inspect image in new tab. I get it. You know what? You probably have an enhanced screen. Yeah, you have a screen reader. Okay, good. I'll do that. I have no problem with that. Let me see if I inspect this, what I'm getting here. Yeah, so I alt style. Yeah, I don't have an alt text in here, but I'll put that in for you, Kevin. Yeah, at least you'll know a little bit about the graphic. If you want a quote, we always have a deal. Contact support using the support system. So what you do is you go up here and you click on support right here, and that will bring you into contact support. Okay, right where it says want an upgrade quote, contact support. All you have to do is say I'm interested in upgrading. You can also have an upgrade quote for 1 year silver. You know, if you want to save on paying monthly, just put in a support ticket and that can be done. Okay? Does anybody have any other questions? I see a bunch of people are typing. Rich Moyer, I haven't read your question, but I wanted you to know something. In the landing page builder, you remember where I said that you couldn't change the button? You know, when you use it for your autoresponder, you couldn't change the button text on these bottom ones here. You can now. I fixed that. So you see how, like this, just let's take an example of this one. I think it did on this one. If you're using this with your autoresponder, you can change the wording on the button now. Okay, I'd have to rebuild this page, but the new code, so you can, when you create a new one, it'll work. Yeah. Now you might have to delete your page and then just redo it, which is a bit of work, but you know, you don't have to put code in for your autoresponder or anything. Just go through that and it should be fine. And if it's not, let me know, but I tested it on the newer, you know, the newer landing pages. It does work. The older ones, I don't think it can be done, but I don't remember. I think it's mostly just on these newer ones. And Gary Miller says, I'm having problems getting verification emails sent to Gmail. You'll want to learn how to whitelist. I think it might bring this in. Yeah, so you will want to know this one here, lesson 87. This is the one that I would send you right here. See this where it says how to whitelist? This is huge. Read this one right here, details. So just say whitelist, one word, in the search box. It'll bring you to the thing. Okay. Yeah, you'll want to learn how to do the whitelisting and it'll get through fine. And Rich Moyer says, what do you say here? Rich says, would it be possible to put a search into the lead magnet system? Let me look up there, lead magnet. Let me see, I think, hopefully this still works. Yeah, there you go. That's a good question. I'm hesitant to update this one because there's so much data in it. I don't know, honestly, Rich, I just do the Control F just to search that way. That's probably your best bet. This is a script, as you know. So I don't like to mess with these. This thing's used by so many people. It's scary. And it's not done in Cold Fusion. I like PHP. I'm a PHP guy. Like I do PHP coding, but I'm not that good at it. I'm not as good as Cold Fusion. Cold Fusion, I could do anything. I could probably cook you dinner with Cold Fusion, but PHP, the problem is when I get these scripts, they're written their way, not my way. Like I have a certain way, like I'm sure you do, of coding, right? And I don't mind it, but I just don't like to tinker too much with it. Are there any other questions? I keep forgetting this screen here, my chat screen. It doesn't scroll. As soon as I scroll up, it stops scrolling. Yeah, I know, hundreds of pages, I bet. Oh, I know, Rich, you're like a good guy for me because you test everything. That's great. You stress test it. So I know you've got like, remember the thing I did with your landing pages with the scroll box? I did that because you have so many, which is good. Jean says, hi George, I've tried, but like you, fixed it, please. Send a support ticket. Fixed it. But like you to fixed it. I don't know what we're fixing. George, I've tried, but like you, send a support ticket. I don't know what you're asking, Vijan. Did you type a question up there? The Clickbank. Yeah, okay, so for Clickbank, Vijan, you definitely want to, when you go into your Clickbank store here, it's tied into your Clickbank, your account. The promo link isn't working. You mean right here, promote your site? That should work. Should come up. If your store link isn't working, fill out a ticket and I'll reset it for you. Don't know why it wouldn't work. Sometimes we do upgrades to the database though, and it can cause some hesitation. What page are you on campaigns? Haven't seen this before. This is called, right here, your campaigns. This is under lead magnet on the top menu here, lead magnet. Yeah. There's a help and demo video here too, and there's a user's manual. All right, folks, I'm going to call it a day. Like I said, everything is going great. If you have any questions or issues, do fill out a support ticket and we'll get back to you. And